Greetings, everyone. My name is Stephen Tanako, and I am the program director for the Conscious Business Enterprise, which is a division of Humanities team. And I am grateful to be here welcoming you to this first edition of what I call the Conscious Business Coffee Break. So this is the first of what we hope will be many episodes talking about the concept and the reality of conscious business in today's world. And we are happy to be supporting this work and wanted to do this through the Humanities Team Facebook group because of the potential reach and to just inform everyone of what we're doing in Humanities Team with this program and how we're supporting conscious business in the world. And I'm happy to be doing this from a conscious business. So since this is a coffee break program, and I live in Valparaiso, Indiana, in the United States, I wanted to do this from a coffee shop that's actually a conscious business. So I'm happy to be doing this from Fluid Coffee Bar in Valparaiso, Indiana, and I'll speak more about them in a few moments with respect to their operation as a conscious business, but I'm grateful to Chuck and Allison, the owners, for giving me the opportunity and the venue to be here and broadcasting this program to you today. So the first thing I wanted to mention in the realm of conscious business is the foundation of the Conscious Business Declaration. And Humanities Team was one of the developers, the drafters, the writers, the creators of the Conscious Business Declaration in 2016. And if you go to the website consciousbusdeclaration.org, which I've linked to in the description to this video, you will be able to go to the website for the declaration and read the 7 principles of the declaration. And it's really, at its core, about oneness, about how we are all interrelated, interconnected, interdependent with one another and with the earth. And business is not separate from that. Business is not immune to that. Business somehow does not operate in a silo apart from that. So the whole declaration is about the spirit of oneness in business and to increase and expand the consciousness of oneness in the practice of our business. So the first thing I would invite you to do at the very foundation is go to the Conscious Business Declaration.org. Look at the declaration. It's brief, 7 principles. If they resonate with you and you have not already signed it, you can sign the declaration right there online and declare yourself as an advocate of conscious business. So that brings me then to the next thing I want to talk about, which is your role as a conscious business person. So I would imagine if you're watching this right now, you probably are a conscious business person to some extent because you're here and at the very least you're curious. So what does it mean to practice oneness in business? Now, I come from a very deep background in corporate America, and I come from an attitude in corporate America where, business is for the sake of profit. Business operates for the sake of the benefit of shareholders, period, and that's it. And, I played that game for a long time. And I would say I bought into it to some extent, but there was always a part of me that just really never believed that fully. And even not fully consciously, I would show up in the attempt to be my authentic self as much as possible. And what did that mean for me in corporate America? Really, it came down to being the most compassionate person in business that I could be, and to work collaboratively with people, to support the people who were working under me as a manager, and to really recognize them as people with skills and talents and people who were searching for meaning in the work that they were doing, rather than just cogs in the wheel. And I think in corporate America, as it stands or as it has stood up till now, people are literally human resources, and they're seen as cogs in the wheel of business. instead of people with who are seeking meaning, people with needs, people who want to be in relationship with others in a positive, proactive, meaningful way. And that's the kind of person that I would always strive to show up as in corporate America. And then as I learned more about this work in conscious business, and actually the more that I learned that there actually was a conscious business movement, I immediately felt resonance with those principles and with that way of being. And I really feel like now I've found a home in doing this work, in supporting it, being an advocate for it, and helping others to be conscious business people as well. So your role as a conscious business person is really just to be fully who you are. Show up authentically at work. Don't be afraid to express yourself, and this doesn't mean to be argumentative or to create conflict, but it does mean to speak the truth. Speak your truth and speak the truth that we, as humanity on this planet, live in oneness, and that there's really absolutely nothing wrong with expressing that in your work and in the business that you do. And if you find yourself being in a business or in a company that doesn't practice consciously, you may feel compelled to move on to do something else. And it's ultimately what I felt compelled to do, was to just really reinvent myself and take my business experience, which is vast, and merge it with my desire to help people. And you can do the same. And you may be able to do that in your current role. So this isn't about convincing people to leave corporate America or to shun business as it currently exists, because we do need conscious business people who are working in the current system. So I would say simply show up. Show up and practice the principles of conscious business as you intuit them and in alignment with the Conscious Business Declaration. So that said, the other thing that I can offer to you is that through Humanity's team, we are the creators of a program called the Conscious Business Enterprise. And the Conscious Business Enterprise is a program that trains and certifies conscious business change agents. So everything that I just talked about, bringing your authentic self into the world as a conscious business person, is something that we support through a robust training program and a subsequent certification program. So if you go to Conscious Business Enterprise, and it's not enterprise, but it's enterprise because we're all about the inner work, to work on our inner selves and our inner growth before we can affect change in the outer world. So it's Conscious Business Inner, INNERPRISE.com, or simply cbenterprise.com. Again, the link is in the description to this video, and you can check out the program that we offer. And if you feel so led, please sign up, and we would love to have you in it. I do weekly coaching sessions with the group. Those are live and really rich discussions. So the peer group experience is just as powerful, if not more so, than the instructional piece of the program. And then you can join a greater community of conscious business people in general through the Facebook group for the Conscious Business Enterprise. So if on Facebook, if you search for Conscious Business Enterprise, you'll find our group, the public group. Feel free to submit a request to join, and we'll get you added right away. And then to close for today, because I promised to keep this brief, I just want to again thank Fluid Coffee Bar in Valparaiso for giving me the space and the venue to have the coffee break. And Chuck and Allison, who are the owners, operate this place as a conscious business. They certainly they believe in local resourcing as much as possible. They sell local products here, and they're all about fair trade coffee and the very needed practice of supporting growers and plantations that are operating in a sustainable manner. So I'm really and they've been here 2 years, and I've been a customer from the very beginning. So I believe in what they're doing, and I believe in what they're doing as a conscious business. So I'm grateful to be able to be hosting this program from here. So again, it's Fluid Coffee Bar in Valparaiso. If you're ever in the area, I encourage you to stop by. We do have the chain operations out here as well, the chain cafes, just down the street. And I choose to be here instead of there because of the principles that Chuck and Allison practice here at Fluid. So again, thank you for your attention, and I'm looking forward to making this a regular program. We're looking at doing this on Wednesdays and Fridays, the Conscious Business Coffee Break at 9 a.m. Central Time, U.S., and of course, these will get archived to the group, so if you don't catch us live, just go back and watch one of the replays in the video archive. So again, grateful for your attendance and your attention here today, and have a great weekend. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. All right, have a good day, everyone.